Eastern Conference Final. 28-year-old Colin Delia gets the starting goal for Vancouver, a native of Rancho Cucamonga, California. Delia played 32 NHL games over 4 seasons with Chicago before signing as a free agent with the Canucks in July, his second appearance of this preseason. For Edmonton, the free agent, they're parking their hopes with this season. 30-year-old Jack Campbell, who went 51, 14, and 9 in 2+ seasons with Toronto, but suffered 7-game opening round losses each of the last 2 years. 5 years, $25 million to play in Edmonton. Curtis Lazar, no stranger to these parts, a former Edmonton Oil King and a recent addition to the Vancouver roster. He's going to start at center in this game. We saw him play the wing a couple nights ago in Seattle. A versatile forward, and he wins the opening draw to get this game underway.
Gets squared A tonight.
Will Lockwood slides the puck in from center. Oilers clear it out. Kyle Burrows drives the puck back. Evan Bouchard plays it around. Lockwood throws a check. The Oilers, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins pays it ahead. Bouchard dishes off, and the puck is shot in by Ryan McLeod. Back is Christian Wolanin for Vancouver. Lazar able to move the puck to center. Just sidestepped a hard check attempt from Warren Foegele and got him with a wrist shot that was handled by Campbell, who hangs on for the game's first whistle.
Only one guy for the Oilers played all 82 games last season. Guess who it was? Warren Foegele. Lazar goes right by him. Long shot handled easily by Jack Campbell. Foegele only averaged about 12 minutes a game last year, and that shows you how top-loaded this Oiler team is, with Draisaitl and McDavid getting the bulk of the ice time. If you're not on their line, you're not getting a whole lot of ice time.
This would be the de facto first line for the Canucks in this game, you would assume. Sheldon Dries between Vasily Podkolzin and Connor Garland. Garland had to go to the bench to get a new stick as his broke on the drop of the puck in the Oilers zone. Canucks able to chip the puck out. Cody Ceci takes control at center, banks one ahead, and it's slid to the corner by Zach Hyman. Puck played around by Dries. And Noah Juleson headmans to Vasily Podkolzin, who's through center for Vancouver. Podkolzin with a wrist shot. Campbell a little awkward on that one as he watched it go wide. Now Podkolzin to the blue line. Long shot. That didn't get through. Lazar gets to the loose puck. That was Brady Keeper trying to get a shot through from the right point. His second appearance of the preseason. Played in the split squad, the Calgary half of the split squad affair on September 25th. Here's a chance for Hyman to break into the net. Zach Hyman slid it wide off the toe of his stick, and then he got high-sticked after the chance, and there'll be a Vancouver penalty. Chris Schlenker over to check for damage and see if it might be more than 2 minutes.
Guillaume Brisebois did a nice job as Hyman was by him. Brisebois angle, and bugs him enough that he can't pull it to the backhand. And then Keeper trying to lift the
minor penalty on the play. Vancouver will have 2 minutes for high sticking
of Zach Hyman, and Chris Schlenker makes that call.
So the Oilers, an early power play, 96 seconds into the game. And out comes Connor McDavid, along with Leon Draisaitl and Evander Kane. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Tyson Barrie rounding out this loaded Edmonton power play. Keeper just now making his way to the penalty box.
Would you say this is the A group?
This is probably the A group.
This is the A group.
Lazar on the face-off for the Canucks. Oilers win possession. McDavid passes back to Barrie. Good aggressive work from Noah Juleson to pressure the Oilers. Forced a turnover, but then a bad pass. And Edmonton regains control and sets up. McDavid to Barrie. Draisaitl drops to Tyson Barrie, near side. McDavid, and that one went off Danny DeKeyser. And out of play in the corner to the right of Colin Delia.
That was Noah Juleson who had the bad pass that kept the puck in the defensive zone. And you can see the Oilers, they've been doing this, their power play. They've been dynamite all season long. Last year and the year before, what were they, third in the league last year?
They were third at 26%. Like a lot of teams. not a lot of reps for all the top guns together in the preseason. There's a chance in front of Delia. Sliding to his right, stopped Evander Kane. After that, puck found its way right onto the stick of Kane on top of the goal crease, and Delia had to make a sharp stop. Oilers just 1 for 18 in the preseason. But as I said, like a lot of teams, probably experimenting with different players and different lineups. There's an intercept by the Canucks. Christian Wolanin able to pick off the puck and send it all the way down the ice. Penalty to Brady Keeper is half done. And out with the puck comes Bouchard. Fanned on his drop pass at center. John Stevens had the puck for a moment, lost it. But Juleson intercepts, sends it off the boards and back down the ice. Juleson and Brisebois on defense. Nils Aman and Stevens up front for the Canucks. Here's McLeod carrying it. And the pass was off the mark. Puck slides back out to center. 30 seconds to go in the Edmonton power play. Puck wristed in. Delia able to cut it off. Plays it off the glass himself. Held in by Bouchard. Here's McLeod. Evan Bouchard. Ryan McLeod. Bouchard, he's got a big shot. Lets it go, and that missed the net. Now Nurse from the other side. Rebound, McLeod. Put it wide. Delia has lost his stick. He's able to retrieve it. As the Oilers set up again, McLeod looking in front. Feeds back. Nurse. Bouchard healed it wide. Penalty's over. Out of the box is Keeper. Oilers had a couple shots of the man advantage. Here's McLeod trying another one. But he couldn't pull the trigger, and the Canucks are able to get the puck outside the line to center. So Edmonton 0 for 1 on the power play. And the game remains scoreless just about 4 minutes into the first period. Burrows takes a hit from Tyler Benson. Onto the puck is Vasily Podkolzin. Gets a return pass. And skates through center. Podkolzin with speed and on the defense with a wrist shot out to challenge was Campbell. Went to his knees to make the stop, and he hangs on for the whistle.
We talked about Colin Delia before the game and how he would have to be good at this one, killing the penalty early. Puck bounces a couple of times, and he's able to react as Evander Kane had the puck come right to him. Good positioning on this one. Cuts across, stays square. Puck shot wide.
Face-off win for the Canucks. Wolanin tried a shot that bounced wide of the goal. Nurse plays it around. Benson watched by Kyle Burrows. Tyler Benson, the former Vancouver Giant. Podkolzin leaves for Burrows at the right point. Down for Garland. Centering pass. Podkolzin had to reach for it. Otherwise, he might have had a good chance to get a shot off on Campbell. Now Podkolzin ahead for Garland at center. Nice move on Nurse. Connor Garland slows. Tries to make a move to the point. Gathers the puck behind the net again, gets it back. Keeper makes a move around his man. There'll be a penalty as he was tripped by Jake Virtanen. And Virtanen, who didn't have the feet moving, will head to the penalty box.
Brady Keeper with a nice move goes by Jake Virtanen. Virtanen just chops him down. There's the move. Virtanen swings around.
Edmonton, number 18, 2 minutes for tripping.
Takes him down.
It is number 19 now, not 18. Referee remembering Virtanen's Vancouver days, perhaps. So the Canucks, having killed off an early power play, now get one of their own. And they'll leave Dries, Podkolzin, and Garland out there. Wolanin and Höglander rounding it out. So Wolanin, the lone defenseman on this power play unit. Face-off win for Dries. Wolanin feeds down to Garland. Watched by Hyman. Now Wolanin to the other side. Höglander with a shot handled by Campbell. Took it in the chest and was able to freeze the puck.
And you can see Dries and Podkolzin at the side of the net. This shot by Nils Höglander and no traffic. And you can see Podkolzin and Dries either side of the net and nobody right in front of Jack Campbell.
Shots 3-2 favoring the Canucks early in this game. Just 10 seconds elapsed in the penalty to Jake Virtanen. Hyman with a steal. Now he'll chase after the puck in the Vancouver zone. Wolanin gets in his way. Right over the corner boards together. Garland jars the puck free. Wolanin takes control behind his own net. Son of ex-NHLer Craig Wolanin. Christian drops off to Connor Garland. And the Canucks go offside trying to enter the Oilers zone.
Bruce Boudreau looking on. He was a power play specialist. He doesn't like the silly pot Colson on that play. All he had to do was stand on the other side of the blue line. Took a step. There's Trent Cull talking things over with Bruce Boudreau.
Canucks now send out Niels Almont with Danila Klimovich and Arshdeep Baines. Tristan Nielsen's out there as well. Guillaume Brisebois on the blue line. Almont gains center and dumps the puck in. Campbell out of his net, pressured by Nielsen. Got a piece of the goaltender. Puck is shoveled to the near side. Canucks after it there. The Oilers come up with it, send it out to center. Brisebois dishes off. Nielsen has the puck. Tristan Nielsen moves in. Tried to pass to Arshdeep Baines. Klimovich was there to keep the puck in. Now Baines centers. Klimovich takes it wide. He shoots. And did that catch the post?
No. Jack Campbell.
Jack
Good
Campbell.
Stop right there.
As Klimovich made a nice move and had a great opportunity. Now the other way, Draisaitl, and he'll kill some time turning back to the neutral zone with 15 seconds to go in the penalty to Jake Virtanen. Puck sent down, gloved by Delia, and he leaves for Juleson. Noah Juleson ahead to Jason Dickinson. Canucks had a couple shots in the power play. Both teams now 0 for 1, and another penalty coming up as Lazar was high-sticked. And the Canucks are going to go right back to the power play with Curtis Lazar checking for damage. I think it's just a 2-minute minor. We'll sort it out.
Last year. Good patient move, and Jack Campbell comes aggressively out. Takes away the shot. Here's Evander Kane, and there's the high stick. And I don't know why he was complaining to the referee. He had the stick high to start with, and then followed through.
So on the heels of Virtanen exiting the penalty box, Kane goes in 4 seconds later, and the Canucks get their second power play. Wolanin, a long shot, hit bodies in front, loose puck, and I think there was a backhand attempt in front on the second chance, so it wouldn't go, and the Oilers were able to clear the zone. You mentioned Klimovich's age. He's 19. He'll turn 20 in January. Not on the ice right now. Garland moves in with a pass to Vasily Podkolzin. He leaves for Connor Garland. Back to the line. Wolanin across to Höglander. Pass near side. Garland loads up with a shot. Stick saved by Campbell. Podkolzin swings the puck around for Niels Höglander. Watched by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Drives back to the line. Wolanin. Höglander to the goal line. Puck centered. Garland takes a look. He shoots right into the crest of the jersey. Canucks moving the puck nicely. Now Höglander on the other side. Rink wide. Garland off his skate. Back to Wolanin. He shoots off the crossbar. That close. But it stays scoreless. Now Wolanin trying to keep the puck in. Lost his stick. Trying to kick it along the boards. Being tied up by Hyman. Dug free by Drives. He's checked. And here comes Nugent-Hopkins. Ceci joining. And they're offside as Cody Ceci took that pass at the Vancouver blue line.
Nugent-Hopkins threw that one not quite laterally. Christian Wolanin set up, takes the long shot off the crossbar, off the shoulder of Jack Campbell, and it doesn't go back toward the net. Crossbar, shoulder, mask, and stays out. You see Jack Campbell gets lucky that didn't hit him right in the back of the head and go back toward the net.
40 seconds to go in the penalty to Evander Kane. McLeod passes to McDavid. He's under pressure, loses the puck. Now McDavid able to Gain control just inside his own blue line. He moves out to center. Oilers send it across to Ryan McLeod, who feeds back into his own zone. Brett Kulak near side. Bouchard dumps the puck down the ice. Brisebois did well to fend off the check of Connor McDavid. And now Guillaume Brisebois starts to center. Dying second for the power play. Here comes Kane out of the box. Canucks now 0 for 2 with the man advantage. Couple of shots. And a crossbar on that one. Vancouver out shooting the Oilers 6-2 in the game. Tyler Benson moves into the Vancouver zone. Round towards Kane. Will Lockwood after the puck. Jams it back towards Kyle Burrows. Hit hard by Benson and knocked to the ice. Now Benson and Lazar in a battle for the puck. Burrows comes up with it. Chips it off the boards and out to center. Following up is Lazar. And he's into the Edmonton zone. Pass to Dickinson. Tried to put one towards the goal. That was knifed wide by Dmitry Samorukov. Canucks keep the puck in. Burrows on the left side. Threw one towards the front. That's off a stick and into the far corner. Benson there clears down the ice, and this will be an icing call against Edmonton with just over a half a period to go here in the first.
Jay Woodcroft had the chance to talk strategy with Nick Nurse as the Toronto Raptors were in town, played the Utah Jazz yesterday, and Woodcroft said it was very interesting talking to an NBA championship just about motivation and advantages of having the Raptors in town for that exhibition game,
which Toronto won quite handily. Murph will have more on that later. He's our basketball expert. He did play-by-play for the Grizzlies once.
Oh, did he really? They had a Grizzlies reunion last week. Murph attended that.
Danny DeKeyser. Pass for Arshdeep Baines. He leaves for Stevens, and now Klimovich sends the puck into the Oilers zone. Barry up the near side. Vertanen. Pass in the middle. Here comes Draisaitl. Feeds one ahead. Dylan Holloway in drag move and tried to send it across for Draisaitl. That went off his skate and wide of the goal. Hyman tried to make a move to the net. That's broken up. Now Draisaitl feeds down low. Hyman working out of the corner. Cuts in front with a shot, and that was stopped by Colin Delia. Hyman on the near side. Behind the net for Holloway. Holloway to Draisaitl. In front for Hyman. Misfired. Nurse with a shot. Tipped in. Holloway on the deflection. And the fine preseason for Dylan Holloway continues as he opens the scoring.
Well, it helps when you're playing with Leon Draisaitl for sure, but Dylan Holloway played in Bakersfield last season for the Oilers farm team in the American Hockey League. Gets this one, and look at him go to the net with a stick on the ice, and that's just a good play. Shot from the point. Easy tipping. Right along the ice, and Holloway gets it up and over Colin Delia.
Nurse will certainly get the first assist. Hyman might get the second assist as the puck went off the heel of his stick when he tried to one-time it. And now the puck is down in the Oilers zone. No icing. Campbell out of his net gets it to Ceci, and he'll send it around to the other side. Nurse turning deep in his own zone. McDavid takes his pass. Starts from behind net with a pass ahead. Gobbled up by Burrows at center. And he slams the puck back into the Oilers zone. Under 9 minutes left. First period, there's a steal and a chance at the side and a backhander as well. Tries a couple of chances. And Campbell on the short side able to say no. There's a steal. Yamamoto in front. Poke check by Delia on Connor McDavid. McDavid working out of the corner, cuts in front. Sets it up. Kulak centering pass on the backhand, and the Canucks able to play the puck to the side. Oilers keep after it, but it's broken up by Niels Aman, and here he comes through center. Down the left side, centers the puck. Podkolzin couldn't pull the trigger, but he still has control. Leaves for Garland. Connor Garland, Vasily Podkolzin, stopped by Campbell. Kulak clears the puck off the boards and out to center. Connor Garland at the end of his shift dumps it back in and heads to the bench. Nielsen throws a check. Oilers able to break out. McLeod up the left wing. And that one hit the post. Well, Delia was surprised by that shot from Warren Foegele. But it almost made it 2-0. Now a long shot from the line goes wide. Puck ricochets to the blue line, kept in by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. McLeod helps it along for Foegele. Working on Brady Keeper. McLeod with a pass in front, knocked away from Nugent-Hopkins. Onto the puck is Höglander. And he got warned by the bench that the Oiler defenseman was stepping up. That was Samorukov. And Höglander able to react and avoid the check. 7:20 to go in the first. Canucks trailing 1-0 despite outshooting Edmonton 9-4. Here's Noah Juleson up the middle. Will Lockwood relays towards Jason Dickinson. Banks the puck, but it was blocked. Now DeKeyser follows up, sends it off the glass and out of play. And we'll take a break. This game has its first goal. Deflection for Dylan Holloway, and it's 1-0 for Edmonton.
NBA basketball in this building last night. One team with title aspirations watching another. Darnell Nurse in attendance. Evander Kane watching the Raptors versus the Jazz as well. And former Toronto Raptor Marcus Camby rocking the McDavid jersey, which I'm sure was a popular choice in this building, fellas.
From one play-by-play man, that would be Murph with the Grizzlies.
Yes.
To another. Zach Hyman sends the puck around the Vancouver zone. Holloway, whose goal was his second of the preseason. Played Indy. Hyman. Holloway to the line. Now Draisaitl lets it go through to Ceci. Long wrist shot blocked, and that hurt Wolanin. Shaking out the right hand. It looked like he took it on the back of the hand, and he's headed right to the bench now. And he's in some discomfort of the Vancouver bench.
When you take it off the back of the hand like that, you've got quite a bit of padding. It must have hit right in the seam.
So we'll see if he's able to continue. Tyler Benson plays the puck to the corner. Devin Shore in after it. Now Benson to the blue line. Long shot from Bouchard, blocked by Dickinson. Bouchard keeps the play alive, works it down the left side to Shore. Now Benson. Wrist shot, fought off by Delia. Fell backwards as he made that save. He was dealing with with Jake Virtanen in front. Now Virtanen, light bump on keeper. Virtanen just got onside as Kulak brought the puck in. It's wristed towards the goal. That didn't get through. And keeper flips one down to the Oiler blue line. Under 6 minutes to go in the first period. Oilers leading 1-0. Brett Kulak. Evan Bouchard. Wrists one in. Gloved by Delia. Leaves for DeKeyser. He reverses. Juleson hustles towards the puck. Gets it past Bouchard. And here comes Curtis Lazar. Lead pass for Dickinson. He chops the puck over the blue line. Now tries to come up with it on the far boards. Oilers. Kane had it knocked off his stick. McDavid had his pocket picked, and the Canucks send the puck back into Edmonton territory. Dickinson back to Wolanin, so he's right back out there, Christian Wolanin, after being shaken up on his last shift. Canucks maintain control of the puck. Will Lockwood tried to cut in front, lost the handle. And here comes Kane. Slows inside the line, sends one towards the goal. Knifed off the glass by Delia. Yamamoto after the puck. Lockwood has it. Dishes near side to Wolanin. And across to Burrows. Kyle Burrows backhands one in on Campbell. And he'll freeze that puck. We'll take a break. 4:29 remaining in the first period.
His leg during training camp last year, missed the entire season. Tremendously difficult year for him, but he says he came to camp this year with the right mindset. He said it was hard, but to be honest, where I come from, we go through a lot of stuff. So I kind of had that mentality already, like I'm going to come back and come back better than ever. Keeper, part of the Cross Lake Band, located more than 700 kilometers north of Winnipeg.
First person ever from Cross Lake First Nation to make it to the NHL.
Great example of perseverance.
He's out there paired on the fence with Guillaume Brisebois. Right shot, right side defenseman. We know what that means in Canuck land. They would love for someone to emerge as an everyday regular player that can fill a spot in that part of the lineup. Noah Juleson skates back for the puck. The 2-0 right shot. Right side defenseman. Out there with Danny DeKaiser, the veteran, on a PTO with Vancouver. Nurse with a pass. McLeod, Nugent Hopkins, long shot. That went off his stick and wide of the goal. Darnell Nurse moves down from the blue line. Sends one around. Puck thrown back. There's a long shot. Delia was bumped by Fogle as he made that save off Ryan McLeod. And now Niels Amont with a pass out of the reach of Niels Höglander. And Cody Ceci plays the puck back into Vancouver zone. Burrows around to Willander, and he helps the puck along to Höglander. Into the middle for Podkolzin, turning at his own blue line. Canucks completing a change. Burrows to Willander. Passes off a stick. Broken up by Kulak. He was checked. And now it's Garland trying to move in on the right wing, but Kulak gets to the puck first. Bouchard slides one to the far side. Kulak is there. Flips the puck to the Vancouver blue line. It got past Willander, and he'll have to skate back for the puck. Takes a hit from Kane. Dries. Pass in front of his own net to Christian Willander. 2.5 minutes to go in the first. Rink-wide feed. Garland is it. Connor Garland risks one on goal and swallowed up by Campbell, with Dries cutting through, hoping for a loose puck. Well, we know that John's Blue Jays are headed to the postseason. Home field, however, still up in the air. Tune in as the Jays take on the Orioles tomorrow, 3:30 Pacific on Sportsnet and Sportsnet Now.
They're in a rain delay right now, in case you're interested. Here's Noah Juleson. Good position. Gets the left skate out, angles that. Fronting his opponent.
Back to action, and the puck is shot in from center. Holloway, the goal scorer, bumped his man in the corner. Brisebois has lost his stick. The Canuck defenseman defending without one. Draisaitl. Now Barry on the near side. Long shot. Delia the save, and most importantly, from a Vancouver standpoint, no rebound. He gets the whistle, and that allows Brisebois to head to the bench and get a new stick.
Well, Colin Delia noticing his defenseman doesn't have a stick. Shot comes through, makes no mistake, and just hangs on. And you can see Brisebois does a nice job on Dylan Holloway in front, even without his stick.
Holloway stays out there along with Draisaitl and Hyman. Zach Hyman, body behind the net by DeKaiser. There'll be a penalty. It's Hyman getting the penalty for high sticking. I thought it might be DeKaiser, but it's Zach Hyman of the Oilers headed to the box. And of the 4 penalties in this game so far, 3 have been for high sticking.
Edmonton 18, 2 minutes, high sticking.
And you can see DeKaiser had his shoulder in front of Hyman. Shoulder in front of Hyman. That's why there's no penalty on DeKaiser, and there's the high stick.
Off the top of the helmet.
Off the top of the helmet.
So a third power play for the Canucks in a game Vancouver trails 1-0. Canucks are 0 for 2. They've had 2 shots on each of their first 2 opportunities, so 4 total. Dries wins the face-off, but with a little too much mustard on it. The puck is past the point man, and Canucks will start from their own zone. Willander drops off, Dries, feeds Garland. Connor Garland sifts his way over the blue line, following up his Willander. Into the corner, Garland tipped it along for Podkolzin, now Sheldon Dries. Vasily Podkolzin back to Niels Höglander. Pass to Willander, fakes the shot, feeds Höglander, he shoots. And that one deflected up and out of play with 1:13 to go in the period.
Darnell Nurse with a good play on this one. Stays in position, so when the pass comes across, It's Darnell Nurse who is there. He gets a little congratulations from his teammates. Gets in front to block that shot.
Oilers win the face-off to the left of Campbell. McLeod pass to Bouchard, and the Oilers break out shorthanded. Here's Warren Fogle. Drops off for Bouchard, and he'll just play the puck in behind the net. Fogle's there. Able to work his way out front. Now a chance for McLeod. He shoots, and Delia challenging, made the save. Good shorthanded opportunity there for Ryan McLeod. But it stays 1-0. There's now 45 seconds remaining in the first period. Wolanin. Pass to Podkolzin. Tried to play the puck to the middle. That was broken up. And now the Oilers chip it out. Race for it. Yamamoto trying to get there first. Garland attempting to check him. And back came Wolanin to help out. Niels Amon plays the puck in. Kulak tips it free. Bouchard rink wide at center. Draisaitl's in, gets by his man, shoots to a sharp angle. And Delia had the short side covered. Under 10 seconds to go in the period. Amon trying to move in on the far side. Ceci chips the puck up the boards, and that'll do it. 1 goal in the period. Dylan Holloway got it, his second of the preseason on the deflection. And the Oilers have the lead at home. Jack Campbell stopped all 12 shots he faced. Daniel Nisho, Faisal Kaniza will have a Sportsnet Central update coming up.
And you watch him play, and you can see the Ian Clark influence. Look at that traffic. But here, side-to-side positioning. Look at the push-off. Ian Clark, square, no holes, post to post, top of the crease. There, the push back to the post. And you can see that Ian Clark influence already on Colin Delia. And that's a good thing.
They switch ends. Delia in goal to our left. Jack Campbell to our right, and the Canucks still on the power play to start the second period. Zach Hyman in the box for another 11 seconds. Canucks are 0 for 2 with the man advantage. Oilers had the first power play of the game. Canucks have had 3 in a row. Here's Podkolzin moving in, makes a move to the middle. Feeds back, Burrows, left point. Wolanin takes a look for his shot blocker save. Loose puck, nope. Campbell's got it. And the penalty's over, so the Canucks are now 0 for 3 and trailing 1-0.
This is a good shot by Christian Wolanin, and finally the Canucks get some traffic in front of Jack Campbell. Sheldon Dries goes to the front, and Campbell gets position in behind. You see, he didn't see it, but he's in position. It's off his chest and drops down. That's a good traffic job by Sheldon Dries.
Puck hit with a high stick by Garland, but the Oilers are next to touch. So play continues. Kane able to jam the puck out to center. Oilers had a chance for a 2-on-1, but DeKaiser did well to break it up before Yamamoto could chip the puck through for Connor McDavid. There's a long lead pass, a good one. Dickinson in, Garland across. Lazar with a shot, another save by Campbell. As the Canucks, quick start to this period, a couple of tests for Jack Campbell.
Curtis Lazar is off the bench, and he's wide open. Looks up at the beautiful Jumbotron here in Edmonton. Here's Lazar off the bench, and you can see right-hand shot down the left side, and Campbell, again, square, and no rebound.
Canucks are the 5th NHL team for Curtis Lazar. Ottawa drafted him, played in Calgary, Buffalo, last year in Boston, where he had career highs with 8 goals and 16 points. So he's not expected to score a lot, but he can certainly fill a role at both center and on the wing for the Canucks. Native of Salmon fishing for the puck now. And the Canucks get it back. Brady Keeper, long shot. There's an Edmonton penalty coming up, and I think it's for that battle that Lazar was in with Leon Draisaitl. And Draisaitl's the man headed to the box. So a 4th straight power play for Vancouver.
And you can see Draisaitl, and he almost...
A minor penalty on the play. Edmonton, number 29. 2 minutes for roughing.
Almost took the helmet off Curtis Lazar. We would have had another one of those roughing, tearing the helmets off. And you can see Lazar and Draisaitl. Draisaitl with the last shove.
They were both
there. You can see that right hand, the forearm.
Canucks set up with a man advantage. Connor Garland tried to go rink wide for Höglander, intercepted by Nugent Hopkins. On the second attempt, gets the puck through to Hyman, gets around Wolanin briefly, but Christian Wolanin able to reach out and knock the puck away. Now he brings it to center. In over the Oiler line, passes to Nils Höglander. Threw it to the left point, nobody there, and it's a 2-on-1 for Edmonton. Hyman, him and Nugent Hopkins. Zach Hyman for Nugent Hopkins, and sprawling was Wolanin to break it up. Back come the Canucks, 4-on-2. Höglander in, drops for Garland. Connor Garland, Wolanin, Höglander, robbed by Campbell. Loose puck. Podkolzin gets it, leaves in the corner for Höglander. Feeds back to the blue line, but it bounced past Breezeball, and he's got to retreat to collect the puck. Canucks set up a good chance on that rush, the 4-on-2. And the goaltender, Campbell, made a nifty save to keep it 1-0 Edmonton. Under a minute to go in the penalty to Draisaitl. Nils Höglander back to Breezeball. One-timer by Klimovich didn't work as he fanned on it. Darnell Nurse gets the loose puck, and he sends it the length of the ice.
Darnell Nurse, high-minute man in the first period, over 9 minutes, and shows the Oilers taking this one seriously.
Here's Niels Lamont moving it. Klimovich after the puck on the far side. Oilers come up with it, and again it's sent the length of the ice. With 20 seconds to go in the minor penalty to Leon Draisaitl. Tristan Nielsen trying to move the puck in on the right wing, ran into Dmitry Samorukov. But the Canucks get the puck back. Arshdeep Baines had it intercepted, and the Oilers clear it up. Canucks with one shot on that power play. It's a pretty good one off the rush. But they're 0 for 4 and still trailing 1-0. Campbell to the corner. Bouchard nicely ahead to Draisaitl. Lead pass. McDavid didn't see it coming, went off his skate. Noah Juleson goes back for the puck and leaves for Brady Keeper. Keeper's going to draw another penalty. Evander Kane's going to go off for a hooking, I think. And Canucks will get another power play. Campbell with a poke check as Will Lockwood made a move from that. Loose puck right through the crease. Oilers got a touch on it. There's the whistle. And a hooking call to Evander Kane will put Vancouver onto its 5th power play.
Evander Kane reaching in behind the Canucks net.
Edmonton 91, 2 minutes.
There he is,
Hooking.
reaching in. He gets a stick underneath the arm of Brady Keeper. Gets the hooking penalty. Christian Wolanin with a good recovery after it looked like Hyman was around him, and plays a 2-on-1 perfectly, stays in the middle and prevents the pass from going across.
He's had a very noticeable effort, Christian Wolanin, in this one. Here's Hyman getting behind Wolanin, short-handed, blocker saved by Delia, and then the rebound went off the skate of Holloway going to the net and wide of the goal. Zach Hyman put a pretty good move on Delia, but couldn't put it home on the back end. Now the Canucks set up with a man advantage. Wolanin works his way to the left point. Feeds down low, Podkolzin. Christian Wolanin. Connor Garland. Wolanin takes a look, feeds down. Höglander scores! Wolanin found Höglander right on the tape. And Campbell a little slow moving to his left. Canucks tie the game at 1.
And Höglander swished it, caught it almost like a lacrosse shot, and fired it by Jack Campbell. I don't think Campbell sees this pass. You can see Garland throws across, and you can see Campbell, he doesn't see the pass. Some good traffic again as Sheldon drives right in front of Jack Campbell. So Campbell doesn't see the pass, and that's why he reacted slowly. And Nils Höglander able to bury it.
So at 4:24 of the second period, the Canucks on their 5th power play finally cash in. Höglander from Wolanin and Garland. And the game is tied at 1. Puck sent into the Oilers zone, but Dickinson was offside. So the whistle stops play, and they'll face off right at center.
Well, Nils Höglander, left-hand shot, takes this on the forehand. Good pass by Wolanin. Straight across, and you can see Jack Campbell sliding over, reaches out with the glove, but doesn't get there in time.
Nils Höglander hoping for a bounce back here. Had the solid rookie campaign. Seemed to lose his way, his confidence a little bit last year. And both Travis Green and Bruce Boudreau implored him to develop more of a 200-foot game.
Well, he's only 21.
Yeah.
Lots of time to reinvent himself.
Dylan Holloway, the Oilers goal scorer, feeds ahead. Draisaitl chips the puck through on the backhand. Stevens backhanded it to the near side, cleared out by Klimovich. And now Draisaitl controls in his own zone. Just past the 5-minute mark. Second period, a 1-1 tie. Delia leaves for keeper. Bumped by Bertanen as he played the puck to the side. Dickinson couldn't move it past Samorukov. Now Klimovich follows up. Banks the puck out as Dickinson collided with his man Devin Shore. Oilers move it back in. Tyler Benson with a shot. Stick save by Delia. Shore jumps up to glove the puck down. Gets to the line. Barry with a shot. That felled Lazar, who was able to get in front of it. And the puck is out to center. Lazar picks it up. Moving in on Samorukov. Backhand coming front. Juleson was there. Couldn't steer it on goal. And Campbell able to grab the puck after it went up in the air and get the whistle.
Getting back to that Höglander goal, how about Delia's save on Hyman right before the goal?
Good point.
Here's what I'm talking about. Hyman on Christian Wolanin, uses his speed, gets by him, goes to the backhand, tries to go high stick side, and Delia stayed right with him.
McDavid wins the face-off in his own zone. Yamamoto chips the puck to center. Drives, gets it, feeds it back to Burrows. Wolanin. Colson tried to send it near side. That's off a stick and into the seats. We'll take a break. From Rogers Place in Edmonton, Canucks with a power play goal have tied it here.
53 points in 174 AHL games thus far. Oilers re-signed him to a one-year, two-way deal in the summer. Likely plan was to probably send him to the farm, but his play in the preseason may change that plan. Folks in the know say he looks faster, shot has improved, though in the fact he's always been feisty, there's a chance he could land a bottom six role with his club. His head coach saying, so far in camp, he wants to be seen, and he's getting noticed, that's for sure.
The ex-Vancouver Giant got his first career goal last year against Minnesota.
It's hard to get noticed when you play less than 9 minutes a game. And that's the problem with the Oilers team, is they're so top-heavy that if you are in the bottom three, you don't get much ice time.
Kyle Burroughs going to have to hustle back here. He's trapped. Oilers 3-on-1. Kane coming in. Sends it across. Not a great pass from Vander Kane, who had McDavid and Yamamoto with him. Now he throws a check on Burroughs. Canucks send the puck to the blue line. Kept in there. Here's Nurse at the left point. Wrist shot. Blocked. Loose puck in front. Backhander by Kane is stopped by Delia. McDavid after the puck. Working on Garland. Yamamoto sends it behind the net. Kane fell down. Burroughs gets to the loose puck and sends it down the ice. That'll be an icing call for a face-off in the Vancouver zone.
There you go. Colin Delia. You knew I was going to do that. Colin Delia makes this save. Again, it's a position save. Position. Right there as Evander Kane just spins around, and Delia close to the sticks so that it can't get by him.
Canucks control off the draw in their own zone. Garland brings the puck quickly to center. Backhands it in, and Canucks make a full change, which they couldn't do because of the icing. Draisaitl has the puck. Long pass deflected into the Vancouver zone. Puck sent up the near side, kept in by Kulak. Out of his net comes Delia, dumps it around towards Nielsen. He's checked, and the puck played by Bouchard to the near side. Draisaitl feeds one down. Here's Holloway working on the other number 55, Guillaume Brisebois, who took the puck away. Dumped it to the far boards, and Nielsen's able to chop it down in the Oilers zone. No icing, so Campbell comes out to play the puck and works it around to Brett Kulak. He goes off the glass and out. Hyman lost the puck. Höglander has it at center. He delays before getting to the Oiler blue line and sending one to the far corner. Another change for Vancouver as moved past the 8-minute mark, second period, a 1-1 tie. McLeod onto the right wing, Fogle. Tried a wrist shot, blocked by DeKeyser. Now from the blue line, Barrie lets one go, that one off his skate and just wide. I think Nugent Hopkins maybe angled that one, but missed the net. Delia stopped the long shot from the line. Now the Oilers set it up behind the goal. McLeod jammed one towards the front, intercepted by Klimovich. And Arshdeep Bains makes a nice pass to Klimovich, who relays to John Stevens. Stevens checked in the corner by Samuel Rukov. There's a shot. Bains letting it go, and Campbell in position to make the save and get the whistle. Murph.
John, Vancouver Canucks season ticket memberships are available now, starting at 5 payments of $125. Visit Canucks.com/membership to learn more.
Speaking of tickets, I don't know anything official.
Yes.
Hearing rumors that Connor McDavid may be in Abbotsford for the game against the Canucks. I cannot guarantee this. Whispers.
That would be a draw.
Delia settles the puck behind his net for Kyle Burroughs. And now Wolanin ahead. Lockwood had his first pass attempt broken up. Now he gets the puck. Tries a long feed for Lazar. That didn't work. And another icing whistle for a face-off in the Vancouver end.
We're talking about Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers and their unfinished business. Ken Holland, a few tweaks to the lineup.
Here's Nurse wristing one. Delia made the save on the short side. Burroughs checked along the boards. Lockwood couldn't move the puck out. And now it's outside the line onto the stick of Darnell Nurse. Burroughs is slow to get up. Kyle Burroughs shaken up as the puck is thrown across and goes out of play. And now Burroughs, who appears to be favoring something, is going to glide to the Vancouver bench. He was tied up, I think, with Kane in that battle to try to move the puck out. And not sure what's ailing him, but he's clearly in some discomfort.
This is one of the few times where being down as low as we are on this one, we couldn't see the play. It was along the boards right in front of us. We couldn't see it because of the boards.
We're not complaining.
No.
We like where we're working because the spot where we normally work here at Rogers Place in Edmonton is among the worst in the league. But we got the home TV spot today, John. Here come the Oilers, 3 of them. Nurse in. Darnell Nurse wide. Tried to center, and Brisebois did well to block the pass. Nurse regains the puck. Sends it around. Holloway leaves for Draisaitl. There's a Vancouver penalty coming up. Delayed call. Garland missed the puck, so play continues. Campbell's gone to the bench. Oilers get the extra attacker out there as McLeod jumps onto the ice. Delayed penalty to Vancouver. Draisaitl, that's broken up. And when we come back, the Oilers will be on their second power play, looking to retake the lead in Edmonton.
And Connor McDavid gets pushed into him, and he cross-checks him right in the back, and that'll give you back spasm. And here's the penalty. Brady Keeper on Dylan Holloway. Slash catches his hands, and right in front of the referee, up goes the arm.
Second trip to the penalty box for Brady Keeper. And second power play of the game for the Oilers, looking to retake the lead. Holloway scored in the first period. Niels Höglander on a power play here in the second has tied it for Vancouver. Puck hammered around by DeKaiser, and the Oilers will start from their own end.
There's a clean face-off win for Curtis Lazar against shorthanded.
2 minutes for slashing.
Yes, the Canucks will have other options for defensive zone draws. And a right-handed option, too. That used to be Brandon Sutter's role. And he was missed, certainly, in that role last year. Cole Horvat took the majority of them. JT Miller took some defensive zone draws. Here's McDavid in with speed. Wide on drives. Goes on the brakes. Drops one back. Puck sent near side. Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. Nugent Hopkins, top of the circle, feeds down low. Puck is centered by Hyman. That was blocked. It's loose. Jammed on goal. Stopped by Delia. Oilers maintain control. Nugent Hopkins to the goal line. Hyman stopped by Delia. Couldn't grab the puck. Burrow's fighting for it. Comes free to Lockwood. He played it to the corner, but the Oilers take possession there. Bouchard. McDavid. Draisaitl shoots. Delia moving to his left made the save. Oilers have a little mojo in their power play now. But the Canucks get the puck. Held in nicely by Bouchard, who knocked it down with the glove. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Draisaitl at the line. Passes off. Nugent Hopkins. Leon Draisaitl. Nugent Hopkins from the corner. Feeds back. Bouchard fakes the shot. Dishes near side. McDavid in front. Tipped in by Hyman. Perfect pass from Connor McDavid, and Zach Hyman on the power play gives the Oilers a 2-1 lead.
Well, and that's the problem. If you're the goaltender, the puck goes across to Connor McDavid, and he's got all sorts of time. You're thinking, okay, is he going to shoot it? Colin Delia thinks maybe he is, and so he goes to Connor McDavid, and Hyman's in behind him. And you can see, not in time. Puck comes across, no chance. Christian Wolanin was in behind Hyman, but not in a position to tip that pass.
Hyman on the power play from McDavid and Bouchard at 11:50. And the Oilers retake the lead. Icing call against Edmonton now, as Brisebois won the race with Jake Vertain. But there's the duo that just combined to give the Oilers the lead.
You can see Delia, okay, he knows Hyman's there. Here comes Christian Wolanin, and he doesn't have time to get in position to front Hyman. And the perfect pass from Connor McDavid.
That's as focused and sharp as the Oilers have looked so far in the game. Here they come again. Holloway in. Scores! What a move! Dylan Holloway, second of the game, third of the preseason. As he made a move to the outside and whipped it in under the bar.
Well, and the problem again for Colin Delia is that there's a guy there in the back door. You see right from the faceoff in the offensive zone, the Oilers quickly move it out, and here's Holloway, Guillaume Brisebois. Holloway, head up, and it looks like he could pass it across, and that's why Delia doesn't get square to Holloway. Holloway short side shoulder.
Oilers with 2 goals in 26 seconds. Hyman on the power play at 11:50. Holloway with his second of the game at 12:16. And it's 3-1 Edmonton. Here's Ceci up the left wing. Vander Kane moves it. McDavid working off the left side. Connor McDavid in front. Tipped just wide by Yamamoto as the Oilers came close again. McDavid spinning his way out of the corner. Out the near side. Puts one in front. Intercepted by Connor Garland. And Garland works his way through center and dumps the puck in behind the Oilers' goal. 7 minutes to go in the second. 3-1 Edmonton. Here's a long shot by Wolanin. Deflected in. I think it went off Cody Ceci and right through the legs of Jack Campbell. And just like that, the Canucks are back within 1. Did Garland get a piece of it?
I think Connor Garland got a piece of it. Traffic in front, long wrist shot. Jay Woodcroft doesn't like that one. Canucks right back. Connor Garland, front of the net, go to the front of the net, tips it down. And then it goes off Ceci, and then through the legs of Jack Campbell. You were right about Cody Ceci getting it last. And you could see Jack Campbell just giving him a tap. He knows how badly he feels.
So the Canucks back within one. As Garland scores 52 seconds after Holloway made it 3-1 Edmonton. So in total, the teams combined for 3 goals in a minute and 18 seconds. Oilers are offside here. They'll tag up as Klimovich makes a move to get to center. Passes to Arshdeep Bains. He chops the puck into the Oilers zone. Still announcing the Holloway goal. Barry and Shore the assists on that one. But Connor Garland has scored since then, and it's a 1-goal game here in Edmonton.
That just shows Connor Garland going to the front of the net. He's got the great hand-eye, and he practices that after practices. About 26 inches off the ice. Gets it down, and Cody Ceci, he's not a very tall guy, so that's why I'm guessing.
He's very precise. Face-off win. Jason Dickinson, keeper with a shot blocked on the way through. Battle for the puck in the goal. Canucks kick it free. Holloway trying to move the puck up the boards. Now it comes free to Draisaitl. And across to Tyson Barrie. Back to Holloway on the left wing. Centering pass broken up. Holloway following up. And he had a bid for the hat trick there. But Delia able to make the save and hang on to stop play. Connor Garland has his second of the preseason, and the Canucks are back within one.
This will be on-ice action. This is the perfect space to entertain guests while creating unforgettable memories at Rogers Arena. Single-game rental suites available now.
Quite a few Canucks sweaters in the crowd.
You've had a lot of people asking you for selfies.
Yes. We saw Tyler Mott's sweater.
It's right below us.
Yes. Trevor Linden. Lots of Elias Pettersson, naturally.
That's the second Tyler Mott jersey I've seen. I saw one in Chicago once. A Blackhawks Mott jersey. I'm sure there are plenty more.
Yes.
I just haven't come across them in my travels. Oilers have the puck in the Vancouver zone. Long shot from the line. Through traffic. Got all the way through to Delia. Able to make the save on Tyson Barrie. And now Will Lockwood chases after the puck in the Oilers zone. Now for Dickinson. He plays the puck to the corner. Draisaitl chops it there. Lockwood able to block that. Barrie shovels the puck to Samorukov. And Dmitry Samorukov plays it off the boards and out. Sent back in by the Canucks. And the Oilers take control. 5 minutes left, second period. Oilers leading 3-2. Out shooting Vancouver 24-20 now. So shots are 14-8 Oilers here in the second. Garland carries the puck in the left wing. Barrie trying to handle him. Garland gets away from a couple of checks. Now feeds down low, drives with a sharp angle bid, and Campbell made the save on the short side. Samorukov fired that one past referee Chris Schlenker. Burrows gets the puck. Nice lead pass. Here comes Höglander. Long shot. And reaching out with the glove was Campbell to snare that one and stop play.
Kyle Burrows back after that back spasm injury. Makes a nice pass here, right up the middle. Nils Höglander. Long shot handled easily by Jack Campbell.
Nils Amon on the draw. Nils Höglander after the puck. Comes back to the blue line. Brisebois to keeper. Brady Keeper plays the puck behind the goal. Tristan Nielsen played it up the near side. Broken up by Devon Shore. Keeper down from the right point. And the puck stays deep in the Oilers zone. Ceci shovels it to the side. And McLeod takes control for Edmonton. Ryan McLeod. Smooth skater. Gets the puck in on the left wing and slides it behind the goal. Brisebois pokes it free. Keeper under pressure. And the Oilers take the puck back. With a tan into the right point. Ceci plays it around to the near side. Nurse moved down from the blue line, but breaking the puck out is Brisebois. Check at the Oiler line, but Nurse's pass is off the mark, and Amon goes back for the puck, watched by Connor McDavid. They tie each other up along the end boards. Here's Brett Kulak. Work the puck into the corner. McDavid back to Kane. Nurse. Wrist shot off the stick of Delia and wide of the goal. Canucks play the puck to the side. Oilers get it there. Sent to the left point to Kulak. Brett Kulak with a wrist shot through traffic. And Delia did well to track that one as he had to peer through the battle in front involving Brady Keeper and his man, and he made the glove save.
And rolling puck. Brett Kulak, you can see it standing on end when Kulak lets it go, and here's the knuckler. Handled by Colin Delia as he reaches around, finds it. Yamamoto with Brady Keeper.
Oilers win the face-off in the Vancouver zone. Kulak moves down from the left point. Tried to throw the puck in front. That was broken up. Dries has it for Vancouver. Hard pass to the side. Podkolzin feeds back to DeKaiser. Near side to Juleson. Nice pass to Vasily Podkolzin, who's through center and over the Oiler line with a shot wide. He was after his own rebound, and he heeled it through the crease and out the near side. Good hustle there from Vasily Podkolzin. Back come the Oilers. McLeod passes off to Nugent Hopkins. He shoots. That hit a skate. And Podkolzin hooks the puck nicely to Lazar, ahead to Garland. Lazar going to the net as Garland moves in. Sends one to the middle. DeKaiser joined the rush, but he couldn't find the puck. Now he steals it back, gets it to Lazar. Curtis Lazar makes a move at the blue line and backhands the puck in deep for Jason Dickinson. Tried to send it near side to Lockwood. That was blocked. Dickinson gets the puck again. Shovels it to the blue line. Wolanin. Nice pass. Lazar takes a look. He shoots. Stopped by Campbell, who had Lockwood screening in front. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. And the Oilers called for icing after the chance by Lazar was turned aside by Jack Campbell.
Canucks coming on here after they made it 3-2. Looked like they were in trouble, but now they're getting back into it. Curtis Lazar with the chance. And some traffic in front of Jack Campbell.
Another example of Christian Wolanin finding somebody in space. Canucks send out Brisebois and Keeper on defense now. Face off to the right of Jack Campbell. Nugent Hopkins gets warned. Can't wait him out because it's after an icing. And the Oilers win possession off the draw. Again, the puck dumped out. This one won't be enough for icing. Brady Keeper goes back to pick it up. 90 seconds to go in the second period. Oilers leading 3-2. Stevens gets to the Edmonton blue line and plays the puck behind the net. Oilers send it near side. Draisaitl, a nice tip pass to Holloway. And ahead to Hyman. Zach Hyman sends one across. They score! Tyson Barrie. Hyman found the trailer. And Barrie beat Delia to make it 4-2 Edmonton.
And you could see the Canucks coming back, trying to figure out who they were going to take. There's the play, comes around. Now the Canucks are coming back. Who do I take? Who do I take? There's Hyman. Wait. And Tyson Barrie is the trailer, and the Canucks had enough guys back. No, they didn't. Tyson Barrie went right by everybody's wide open. What a great shot. Just above the pad, just below the blocker.
Barrie's first of the preseason at 18:48. And that's a big one. You get a goal this late. As you mentioned, the Canucks were pushing a little bit. They'd had 3 of the last 4 shots in the game and a little bit of zone time. But the Oilers break out and score off the rush to go back up by 2. Barry's still out there. Try to get it around for Samorukov. Now Barry to Draisaitl, who tips the puck out. Draisaitl takes a pass at center. Drop feed, long shot. And Samorukov is stopped by the glove of Colin Delia, who hangs on.
Boy, Hyman's got such great speed, and Draisaitl makes so many good plays. Colin Delia handled that long shot easily. Dylan Holloway must like his chances. You get to play with those 2 guys during training camp. Every exhibition game,
right?
You get to, I'd like that.
45 seconds to go in the period. Hoaglander pass broken up. And Nurse sends play the other way with a pass to Connor McDavid. McDavid in, across for Tannen. Bobbled the puck, overskated it. And Nielsen brings it out for Vancouver. Nicely into the middle for Danny DeKeyser. DeKeyser, wrist one in front. Reaching back was Amon to try to steer it on goal. Hoaglander to the blue line. Juleson, long shot, tipped. I think Nielsen got a piece of it. Now he throws one hard in front, but it goes all the way down the ice. And Burrows is back to collect the puck with 15 seconds to go in the second period. Will Lockwood gets past Fogle. Dickinson plays the puck over the Oiler blue line. Nurse has it, and he'll just let time expire here. 5 goals in the middle frame. And Holloway has 2 in this game. Connor Garland got the Canucks back within 1. But a late goal on Colin Delia, and the Oilers lead by 2. Danielle and Faisal
Through the first 40 minutes. Okay, swallows that one up. Swallows that one up. But the angles, too, not just the ones that he takes and just absolutely absorbs them, but the ones he angles. There's one, angle to the corner. Here's another one, just swallows it up. Another one, angle to the corner, angle to the corner. Even the ones that he can't control right in front, he's angling them away, and I think that's what Mark was talking to Dan about, and Jack Campbell doing a great job controlling those rebounds.
his team up by a couple as we get underway in the third period. And a hard hit to start as Holloway stepped into Kyle Burrows in the neutral zone. Now Dylan Holloway giving chase. He's got 2 goals in this game. Burrows able to get to the puck ahead of him. Holloway takes it away, tried to feed the blue line, broken up by Curtis Lazar, who sends the puck out to center. Hyman makes a move to slide the puck to the corner. Christian Wolanin there for the Canucks. Near side feed, Dickinson works the puck free. Wolanin moves it ahead towards Will Lockwood. He was checked by Nurse as he tried to poke the puck deeper into the Oilers zone. Cody Ceci, end of his shift, backhands the puck behind the Canuck net. Heads off on a change. Noah Juleson just lifts a high one down to the Oiler blue line. Evan Bouchard is there. And he plays the puck down into Vancouver territory. No icing. Danny DeKeyser's back. DeKeyser off the boards and out to center. Juleson stepped up to block that pass. Oilers controlling their own zone. Jake Virtanen didn't see that pass coming. And the Canucks send the puck back into the Oilers' end. Played out to center. A little scrambling. Team sending the puck back and forth to start this third period. We're 90 seconds in. Now the Oilers try to move it ahead on the rush, but that's broken up. Hoaglander checked by Fogle. And the puck winds up on the stick of Guillaume Brisebois. Ahead to Niels Amon. Oilers send it back to the Vancouver blue line. Brisebois is there. Bank pass, Brady Keeper. Ahead for his teammate at center. That's off his stick and down the ice for an icing call, however. Face off back into the Vancouver zone.
Bruce Boudreau didn't like the fact that that was called icing. Thought they had a chance to play it. You know, you don't like to put too much stock into preseason, but game after game after game. Now you start. You got 2 left. Make sure you're ready for the season to start.
There was a laundry list of familiar players not in this one for Vancouver. And I have to assume they're all going to be playing the next couple. You need to find some cohesion too, right?
Well, you have almost a week after your last game before the season starts, so you have lots of practice time.
Wolanin, lead pass, and following up is Baines to play the puck into the Edmonton zone. Oilers are down a player here in the third. Tyler Benson has not come out for the third period, so Edmonton going with 11 forwards. Here's a chance, and sounded like that caught the outside of the post as Wolanin sent one towards the Oiler goal. Puck is out to center onto the stick of Klimovich. He gets it to Burrows, and he whips it back into the Oilers' end. 3 minutes into the third, Edmonton leading 4-2. Elbow on to Kaiser as Yamamoto caught him right at the Oiler blue line, and DeKaiser's down. And they're calling for the trainer, I think. It looked like an elbow.
It did. He was reaching back to get the puck. And DeKaiser's looking at the referees. There was no call. Both referees looked right at it. Yamamoto was reaching for the puck, and his elbow comes up and catches Danny DeKaiser right in the schnoz. Here's puck comes across, and you can see Yamamoto's reaching around to get that puck, and his left elbow comes up. DeKaiser looks like he's going to be all right.
Puck dropped to the right of Jack Campbell. Will Lockwood looking for it. Bumped by Nurse. Ceci watched by Lazar. Bank pass towards Yamamoto. Took a bump from Juleson. Brisebois lost the puck in the corner. Juleson trying to help out. Now Dickinson for Vancouver. Slides it out to center. Oilers take control of their own blue line. Puck chipped back into Vancouver territory. Noah Juleson goes back. Stops to get away from Devon Shore. Puck brought out by Dickinson. Here's Lazar. Long shot, blockered away, rebound loose. Keeper with a backhander, and Campbell able to stop that one as well and hang on.
Brady Keeper with the backhand through traffic. Handled easily by Jack Campbell. Tried to push that rebound past everybody. Here's the long one, and you can see Campbell's throwing it by Jason Dickinson. Keeper gets his own rebound. Handled easily. You and I both have a theory about the lineups, and because the Canucks play open here next week, next Wednesday, I can understand why management decided, okay, we're not going to bring our full squad and show them what we've got. We'll come in and surprise them. That's my theory.
And you're sticking to it.
I am.
There's Bouchard with a drive, blocked by Sheldon Dries. Nugent Hopkins gets the loose puck to the blue line. Now at the right point, Bouchard, Brett Kulak on the other side. Long wrister, high and wide. Bouchard moves down to keep the puck in. Fogle digging for it. Now chopped away from him by Podkolzin. Keep it on the backhand, able to send the puck out to center ice. Kulak wrists it back in. Colin Delia tries the other side. Blind pass. McDavid intercepts. Tried to bank it in, and Delia got all turned around, but it stayed out of the net. Canucks able to clear, and Keeper heads to the bench after making that play.
Boy, that was close from this angle. It looked like it was going to bank off his shoulder and go in.
And in case you were wondering, it was Connor McDavid, and it was 100% on purpose.
Yes.
Just couldn't get it to go. A little over 5 minutes into the third. And the puck down into the Vancouver zone. In pursuit is Christian Wolanin, watched by McDavid. Wolanin overskated the puck. Nielsen was there to play it to the side. Amon sends it ahead, and here's Klimovich moving in on Nurse. He's able to get the puck to center. McDavid at the end of his shift chips it back into the Vancouver zone. Noah Juleson steps in on the right wing. Sends one through the crease. Puck off the boards onto the stick of Zach Hyman. Now Draisaitl to Holloway. Dylan Holloway shoots. Delia the save, and he falls on the puck as the net is dislodged, with John Stevens and Zach Hyman tying each other up into the crease.
Draisaitl, a little bit of discomfort. Here's McDavid trying to bank it in off the back of Colin Delia. Almost got it. Delia had so much of his body to the right of the post, he was able to push it back.
Face off to his right after the latest stop off Dylan Holloway, who's sitting on 2 goals in this game. Holloway's still out there. And Draisaitl wins the face-off. Good job by Dickinson to break things up at the blue line, however. Now he forces the puck deep in the Oilers zone. Kulak gets it ahead. Holloway tried to move it. Draisaitl skates to the puck, hooks it forward. Here's Hyman in. He's got Bouchard in front. Hyman to the net. And Delia stayed with him. As Hyman put it on the backhand, then pulled it back to the forehand and got in front. Here's Bouchard. Draisaitl back to Zach Hyman. Protecting the puck, leaves for Draisaitl. Holloway's in front. Draisaitl sends one across. One-timer stopped by Delia. Tough shot for Kulak. Shoot it across the body, but he's still got a pretty good bid away. Delia the save, and we'll take a break.
On the bench, and you can see Draisaitl throws it across. Kulak, as you said, it had to go across his body, and that gave Colin Delia time to come across. Here's Cody Ceci trying to help his goaltender out, shoots a stick right by him, and you can see Ceci's reaction on the bench. He's the one that tipped the shot by him earlier in the game on the Connor Garland goal.
Puck dropped in the Vancouver zone. Podkolzin, nice tip pass to Garland. He's got Dries with him. Garland checked along the boards by Nurse, played the puck to the corner. Shore is there, lost it to Podkolzin, pass back, but it was behind Burrows. And the puck slides down into the Vancouver zone. Delia tried to sweep it around. He hit Burrows with it. And the Oilers converge. McDavid gets the puck back to Ceci. Left point, Nurse. Long wrist shot, wide of the goal. Here's Shore. Ceci at the blue line. Nurse. Kane. Quick shot, stopped by Delia. Loose puck to the blue line. Ceci shovels it down for McDavid. Checked in the corner by Wolanin. Podkolzin couldn't move the puck out. Wolanin banks it ahead. Oilers keep it in again. Now Wolanin to the other side, and it's tipped out by Sheldon Dries. 7:35 into the third period. Oilers leading by 2. As Wolanin goes back, calmly sends one around towards Tristan Nielsen. Nice pass in the middle. Niels Amon tied up. Nielsen forced the puck over the Oiler line. Edmonton sends it back out, driven in by Danny DeKeyser. Here's Höglander, who scored the first Canuck goal. That tied the game at 1 early in the second period. Oilers turn it over. Nielsen fakes the shot. Now lets it go. He fanned up. And Nurse dumps one ahead. That should be icing, and it will be, as Juleson's first man back.
Darnell Nurse over 17 minutes in the first 2 periods. Now, I know you think that Connor McDavid is going to go to Abbotsford.
I don't know. I just heard whispers.
You've heard whispers?
Yeah. Why, are you hearing other whispers?
I have heard other whispers that those guys haven't played a road game yet.
Okay.
McDavid, Nurse,
Well,
Draisaitl.
I've gone on the record as saying I cannot be held responsible or accountable for my
yes.
erroneous attempts at
Your
recording.
whispers.
I was very clear that I was not 100% sure. Canucks have the puck at center. Klimovich to Brisebois. Stevens after the puck for Vancouver. Couple Oilers on him. And now the puck comes free to Warren Fogle. Nearing the 9-minute mark, third period. Oilers leading 4-2. Tyson Barrie, who had that fourth goal with 1:12 remaining in the second period, put the Oilers back up by 2. He's on the defensive now, intercepting in his own blue line and feeding the puck over to Dmitry Samorukov. We're into the third period now, so now it's rolling off the top.
Yes.
Hyman in on the left wing, working on Waleni. Tried to leave the puck in the corner for Draisaitl. That's broken up. Lazar in transition. And he chips the puck into the Edmonton zone. Oilers come up with it. Draisaitl into the middle. Evan Bouchard. Pass off the stick of Juleson. That puck's into the Vancouver bench for a whistle in the neutral zone.
Our Steve Baines, his second exhibition game. He played in the split squad game in Calgary, trying to get in on the forecheck. Just a young player. Led the Western League in scoring last year, and I think that's one of the things is the potential is there.
Here's Podkolzin stealing, moving in, centers, and Garland is robbed by Jack Campbell, who somehow got the glove on that one after Podkolzin set it up right on the doorstep.
And you can see Connor Garland shaking his head. Watch Jack Campbell. Wow. Just waves the glove and look what I got. Gets over there. Give yourself a chance. He did and came up with the puck.
Open that glove as wide as you can and hope for the best.
Take as much space away as possible.
Garland thought for sure he would have his second of the game and third of the preseason. But Campbell with the stop of the game, and now the Oilers at the other end. It's Kane centering off the stick of Shore and wide of the goal. McDavid across. Evan Bouchard to the blue line. Brett Kulak watched by Podkolzin, leaves for Evander Kane. Here's McDavid. Kane. Bouchard. Kulak. Oilers throwing it around nicely. Brett Kulak centers, and neither McDavid or Kane could get that one on goal. Kane in the high slot, and puck got away from him. Back out to center ice. Now he's checked, and Garland at the end of his shift flips the puck into the Oilers zone and heads to the bench. We're into the second half of the third period. Oilers leading 4-2. Shore tips the puck in, and he'll head off on a change as Guillaume Brisebois goes back. Pass ahead. Lamont with a nice move to get around Fogle. Now he's in with a wrist shot. Fought off. Campbell took it off the shoulder and then fell on the puck to get the whistle. That save looks pretty pedestrian compared to what Campbell did just a few moments ago.
Return to 2022 after going through healthy scratches, battling an injury, and grinding his way on the fourth line last year in Abbotsford. He finally got a chance at the top six late in the season because of injuries. Dallin and Patan getting called up. He responded with a hat trick in his second game in that spot. He was also excellent at this year's Young Stars Classic, showing off his speed and scoring skills. You can bet he won't be grinding on the fourth line in Abby this year, guys.
Former Vancouver Giant, Calgary Hitler. There's a pass in front of the Vancouver goal. Nielsen after the puck, trying to move it out, was held in by Nugent Hopkins. And now a race for the puck at center. Nielsen in pursuit. Cody Ceci got there first. Nugent Hopkins ahead to Fogle. Working along the boards. McLeod is there. Plays it around. Nielsen gets there ahead of Nugent Hopkins. Kicks the puck to Burrows. John Stevens chips it ahead and down over the Oiler blue line. Darnell Nurse, pressured by Stevens, is going to get a penalty. Got his stick into the skates of Nurse and took him down. And a tripping call will put Vancouver shorthanded. Oilers are 1 for 2 on the power play in this game.
Here's the stick in the skates. And you can see Stevens lets it go. The crime has already been committed.
Oilers power play goal came from Zach Hyman. That made it 2-1 halfway through the second period, as Hyman was set up on the doorstep by Connor McDavid. Draisaitl wins the face-off. Barrie has the puck, feeds McDavid near side. Puts one in front, angled by Draisaitl across. Nugent Hopkins behind the goal. Kane to McDavid. Connor McDavid to Tyson Barrie. Now McDavid again, attacking from the side. Goes around behind the net. Still has the puck on the far side now. Kane across, intercepted by DeKeyser. As Evander Kane tried a blind backhand pass across the crease for Leon Draisaitl. Canucks able to contend with that, and they send the puck down into the Oilers zone.
Good read by Danny DeKeyser. Stayed with his man.
Here's Draisaitl. Feeds back. McDavid cutting in on goal. Quick shot. Stopped by Delia. Connor McDavid let that one go mid-stride, trying to surprise the goaltender, but Delia made the stop and held on.
Such quick hands. Draisaitl sets him up. There's not much space. Backhand, forehand shot. And Delia closes the arm down, so there's no space.
.66 seconds left in the penalty to John Stevens. Oilers win the face-off. Second unit power play out for Edmonton. Nurse to Bouchard and back to Darnell Nurse. Bouchard to the left point. Gets a return feed. Tried to go near side to Nurse. Broken up by Lockwood. Holloway checks in, but there to clear the puck down the ice is Brady Keeper, and the Canucks change all four penalty killers. 35 seconds to go in the Edmonton power play. Yamamoto chips the puck in and gives chase. DeKeyser tripped him, and Yamamoto went head first into the boards. He appears to be all right. There will be a penalty. Remember, Yamamoto got the elbow in on DeKeyser earlier. I don't think this is related, but he definitely got the stick in there, and Yamamoto fortunate to be all right.
Here's the play. Yamamoto cuts on the inside, and you can see DeKeyser with the stick sweeps it around.
For tripping.
So a two-man advantage for Edmonton for 27 seconds as DeKeyser goes off for tripping. And Yamamoto will stay at the bench.
I think DeKeyser thought he was going to cut to the inside, and then when he switched and went to the outside, he just swung around. Caught Yamamoto's feet.
Oilers 5-on-3, looking to increase what is a 2-goal lead. Barrie down to Draisaitl. Here's McDavid. Pass for Draisaitl. Good job by Kyle Burrows to get a stick on that pass. Draisaitl sends one to the far side. McDavid's there. Back to Barrie. Couple seconds left in the first penalty. McDavid centering pass all the way through. Swing and a miss for Draisaitl. Now he gets it to Nugent Hopkins. It's a one-man advantage as Stevens is out of the box. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Stevens blocked that. Oilers now 1 for 3 on the power play, working on number 4. McDavid, pass blocked. Nugent Hopkins keeps the puck alive. Draisaitl almost gave it away. Oilers take it back. McDavid walks the line. Cuts down the left. Cuts in front. Knocked away by Lazar. And Noah Juleson shoots the puck all the way down the ice. Under a minute to go in the DeKeyser minor. Just over 5.5 remaining in the third. Oilers leading by 2. Nurse. Puck shot in by Holloway. Delia tries to clear it himself. That was blocked by Evander Kane. Dickinson tried to come up with the puck. McLeod sent it back to the blue line to Bouchard. Across to Nurse and back to Bouchard. Here's McLeod. Evan Bouchard. McLeod across. Nurse shoots up high. Puck off the glass. Oilers maintain control. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Nurse at the left point. Works his way down to the corner. Shoots the puck around. Bouchard to the right point. Pass behind his intended target. Dickinson able to force the puck out. And the Oilers are down to under 10 seconds to go in their power play. Kane dances in. Button hooks inside the line. Pass to Nurse. Throws one on goal. That hit a body and ricocheted wide. Canucks are back to full strength. Oilers 1 for 4 on the power play. And DeKaiser, who just came out of the box, gets to center and sends the puck into the Edmonton zone. Amon able to steal. Gets it behind the net for Connor Garland. He's checked. And Evan Bouchard lifts the puck down into the Vancouver zone. Here's Juleson to Podkolzin. Gains center and sends the puck over the blue line. Garland threw it in front. Podkolzin was there. Couldn't get it past Jack Campbell. As those two combined to set up a chance again. It was Podkolzin to Garland earlier for the glorious chance that Campbell stopped. Now Garland inside his own line. Couldn't move the puck out. Virtanen gets it to Ceci. Chips one in front. That hit a leg. And Christian Wolanin puts the puck off the glass and down to the Oiler blue line. Brett Kulak for Cody Ceci. Pass intercepted at the blue line, but Ceci gets the puck back. Kulak gains center, hammers the puck around to the near side. Nugent Hopkins missed it, and it's back out to center. Oilers feed it into their own zone. Barry leaves the puck. Samorukov brings it ahead and backhands it over the Vancouver blue line. Breezeball around for Nielsen. Tristan Nielsen tips the puck out. Tyson Barrie has it nicely up the middle. Here comes McLeod. Burrows put the hip into him. Good solid check. Canucks come up with a puck. Pass out of the reach of Höglander. Barrie with a long wrist shot. Knocked down. Lazar couldn't play the puck cleanly. Here's a chance for Holland. Holloway's got a hat trick. Dylan Holloway with his third of the night. And with 2:41 to go, the Oilers lead 5-2.
It looked like the Oilers were just playing this one out, and then they get in on the forecheck. That pass tipped. It goes by Nils Höglander. And then Holloway pulls it out, goes around, finds a spot through the crowd. And you can see the screen setting up. McLeod's there. And look at McLeod. And Colin Delia has that one just slide underneath.
Canucks were down a man because Wolanin broke his stick on the shot block and he had to go to the bench. A little bit of extra ice maybe. And
a couple of chances to make a play. Curtis Lazar got hooked in front of the net, lost it.
So Holloway with goals 2, 3, and 4 of this preseason, and his campaign to be on this team continues in earnest.
Well, after his injury last year, he just worked like a dog, skating here in Edmonton month after month. Much more comfortable coming into camp. He missed training camp last season. And this year he is making the cases, showing what he can do.
Oilers fans very generous with their hats. They're still throwing them onto the ice here. Just when the rink crew thought they were done, they got to come back and grab a few more. And Kyle Murchison waves them off, says, we'll take care of this. Dylan Holloway, a hat trick. Preseason, who cares? Feels great for him. And the Oilers into their biggest lead of the game, up by 3 with just over 2.5 minutes remaining.
Guys on entry-level contracts. GMs like that.
Oilers goal. His hat trick goal. Scored by
Puck in the Oilers zone. And a hit thrown in the corner by Dickinson. He reacted like maybe he got clipped by a stick as he went in to throw that check. Lazar looking for the puck. It's loose at the side. Grabbed by Campbell. And he'll take the whistle. We'll take a break one last time from Rogers Place in Edmonton. Holloway with a hat trick. Oilers leading 5-2.
There's the shot. Wow. That's tipped by Holloway. And this is the one that really impressed me. Post, bar, and down and in. And then this one is just a wrist shot that goes underneath Colin Delia through a screen. There's all 3 goals.
Tries, keeps the puck into the blue line. Connor Garland, checked by Shore. And he sends Virtanen away. 2-on-1 with Foegele. Jake Virtanen. Foegele scores! Little saucer pass across, and Foegele finished it off to make it 6-2.
Well, the saucer never hit the ice. Foegele picked it out of the air. And Bruce Boudreau's not happy. Play till the end. There's Connor Garland, gets stripped of the puck. That creates this 2-on-1. Jake Virtanen throws that aerial pass, and Foegele takes it about 6 inches off the ice and gets it by Colin Delia, who just doesn't have time to come across because Foegele did such a nice job. He didn't stop it and give him any time.
So the latest goals come 46 seconds apart. Holloway's hat trick goal and Foegele on the odd man rush. His first of the preseason. And the Oilers piling on a little late. Here's Barry now.
Oilers goal, scored after 30 seconds.
Checked by Stevens along the boards. Stevens gets the loose puck, shovels it to Juleson, and he's able to chip it out.
And number 14,
Devin Shore, the second assist on the 6-2 goals. He sent Virtanen away, and the Oilers able to finish off the 2-on-1.
Well, the bottom group for the Oilers, Devin Shore for sure, and Jake Virtanen trying to be part of the bottom group. Warren Foegele in that role last year. Fogel's got good talent to be in the bottom 3.
He's in on the right wing. Drops off. Samorukov down to Foegele. Pass for Shore. Back to Foegele. Cutting in front. He scores! Warren Foegele scores 2 goals in 51 seconds. And it's 7-2 Edmonton.
And you can bet Colin Delia is not appreciative of this. Looks up at the clock. Have they stopped it? And you can see the Canucks get caught on a change. Now nobody picks anybody up. Foegele cuts to the middle. Look at the space he's got.
Little give and go in tight, Hank.
And look at the space. And that leaves Foegele all by himself inside the face-off dot. Roofs at high glove side.
Into the final minute now. It was a 4-2 game until quite recently. Holloway at 17:19, Foegele at 18:05, Foegele again at 18:56. And the Oilers turning it into a bit of a laugher at the end.
Time to go, 18 minutes, 56 seconds.
Samorukov with the puck in his own end. And Holloway tips the puck out. Dealey out of his net, plays the puck for Willan, and just 15 seconds remaining now. Kyle Burrows to Vasily Podkolzin. He plays the puck into the Oilers zone. Kulak is back. And the fans, those that remain, start to let it be known that they appreciated this one. A hat trick for Dylan Holloway. And the Oilers behind the goaltending of Jack Campbell, who stopped 28 of 30. Knock off the Canucks 7-2 in preseason action. Canucks fall to 0-3-2 so far in exhibition play.
Well, the Oilers, very representative group. All their stars playing in this one. And the Canucks hung in, as you say, it was a 4-2 game, really, until the last 5 minutes. And the Oilers then, and it wasn't their star players then, it was the other guys who came through. Holloway, Warren Foegele with a pair, and the Oilers just kept the heat on and finally solved Colin Delia.
Well, given the lineups that you described, you knew it would be a tough one for the Canucks. The Oilers would be heavily favored in this one. Vancouver was game, kept it a close game for a long time, but it was a night for Dylan Holloway to continue his bid to make this team. Oilers win it by 5, 7-2 the final. Thanks for being with us on Sportsnet from Edmonton.